giving a lot of respect to the side of Envy at the moment. Like you mentioned with Irene sort of playing towards that card, locking it down, a lot of card space given, ultimate charge being built on both teams' sides.
Irene just tries to claim some of this space. All the poke going through from the start. It's going to be a little bit brutal. There goes the shield. The classic ult building combo here for Melania as they move on forward. But still, Space and Irene continue to erode all of this space away from the side of Nightmare. They need to try and find a pick here. And at the moment, Mace is having trouble actually getting their grabs. And there are no great targets here with both the Magneto and the Thing being unfruitful targets for your Wolverine. However, Sleepy, much more easy to pick up here. Kendrick gets a little bit of mugging with the help of the squeeze. Envy and Remix try and turn it around in good order. But with Luna dancing away for some abilities here for Nightmare.
A dance floor to give that damage boost to the whale to try to get the elimination. Do not find it, but really the damage might be done via that high ground with Kendrick. Really getting those opening KOs in the triple boost composition. Counter dance floor also comes through to keep this kind of moving forward for Nightmare as they top the black over the high ground. Incoming meteor and on Kendrick also hit Melania somehow. Space, what a huge ultimate for him.
Just so much charge. The AoE was extended. Radius of deadly metal swallowing up Melania. That is a huge fight win to pick up as well, because now so many ultimates were invested from the side of Nightmare, but they're going to have a lot of trouble living against NK's Kraken Impact.
A great point. It's going to be a difficult challenge considering you're not running your own Winter Soldier, and like that we saw in previous matchups how strong Bucky can be. Today NK as well shown to be one of the better Buckys in the entire tournament. So for Nightmare, that will be a huge task ahead of them.
Spied on the other side. They will have to block the blessing of DPA, just try and escape, but it's going to be difficult to get out of this one. It's a slow takedown, but you hit the ground real fast. When NK's trying to drag you down, going after the Wolverine here, blocks the passive, and that's going to be even more protection given over. Metallic Bulwark coming through from Magneto, missed NK for the time of their life. Resets after reset as the Kraken Impact scourges the deep. It's just a disengage here for NK. Not one to push their luck after space is gained.
You gotta be honest, I'm not too big of a fan of this triple duelist comp. I mean, yeah, sure, you could say it's because Kendrick was on that flank and got picked off, but I don't know, like, it seems like they're not able to control any of that space. You talked about it earlier, how they're just corroding, the entire pathway right now. It's so tough to deal with Envy as, again, NK starts off the fight with us.
And now your single Vanguard is out of position. Luca needs to pop the Meteor M just to survive at this point. It's not going to be really doing that much damage in terms of the pressure. Just bringing up the regeneration from Domain from the Loki was enough. Crazy shot there from NK, taking down Mace. Luca's gone as well. And while there is the reinforcement coming through from the Luna ultimate, copied over via the God of Mischief, I think this one's all she wrote already. This could be Dunzo.
Yeah, this could be Dunzo, about to clear it out. And eventually, 4 minutes and 20 seconds in the third phase. It's definitely not impossible for Nightmare, but they're definitely on the back foot right now. A lot of ultimates just used for Envy's side at the very least. Maybe with a copy of the whale out of the books, you can have some solos in that, but like you said, it's a large hill to climb. That's a massive time thing for Team Envy right now.
Space having this Meteor Ramp going to be very important for trying to shut down Melania's big frag potential off the back of that Galactic Legend. Look for it to be used more as defensive ultimate here, and in battle, Leap will give damage reduction over to Thing and Winter Soldier. As the homework's done, and the Winter dispatched.
Still playing it slow right now. He wants more here. Both of these trainers open to keep everybody to help on the other side. Meanwhile, Kendrick with the whales, the right side flanking with fine. Sleepy on the right side, who just went invisible. Namor unfortunately not there to save him with the fatal blow. Kendrick still seeing the flanks, right? You really want to do this on Namor. Make sure you can enable your front line by just controlling these off angles. But Envy are actually doing a good job disengaging in the current moment, staying healthy. Sleepy as well eventually comes back with the copies and the teleports. 3 minutes still left to go. And they're just constantly on this payload where they take down Maze. In the meantime, no save from the rest of his team, as going down there is going to be pretty brutal as the card's still pushing forward. Melania's will get staggered. Ultimate's available from Pizza. He'll get the copies, dance for available for out there, stay healthy. The damage has been done in this case. We're close to the very end of the map.
Touch late from Pizza Demon, but this is going to give chance for those treating defenders to return. The second ult continues though. NK ready to go with the Kraken Impact. If you're brave enough to use it, that's going to be bubble expended. Multiple Loki clones going to be reset off of, but Luca hits Tater there. 2 Envy Luna Snow fall to this, but still NK thinks it's winnable. Kendrick's too far away. A touch too much to ask. Nice dodge onto a clobbering time using the blessing of the deep. But now you've got nothing to survive the rocky onslaught of Remix. It's rock and stone to the bone as Envy bring it home.
My God. This might be Remix's best map he's played so far in the tournament. I think so far, on the Groot, maybe on some other heroes, it's been a more difficult challenge for him, I think, so far. But, you pointed out he just was so much of a presence towards that cart, and it's been difficult for the side for Mace and crew to really figure things out, as you can see Envy's targeted bans kind of come through. Like, getting rid of Mace's Strange, removing Venom so Luca can't play that hero. So you've sort of tossed their Vanguards in disarray at the moment as Nightmare look for a solution.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like to single players out when it comes to how things went wrong, but looking at this triple duel list, the question that's coming to my mind as I look at this is, did we see any value out of Mace's last stand on Wolverine? Because usually that could be a fight-winning ultimate, and I don't think I ever saw it used. Not to a point where it was really relevant, and the second that Mace went over onto the Thing, and there was more of that frontline presence, it felt like Envy was considerably slowed down. Now it's going to be the triple strategist coming through from Nightmare. They continue to bring out these kind of, let's say, slightly less orthodox comps. Not entirely unorthodox, but this is going to allow Visor to really get some value out of Adam.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see them try something else and mix it up, but I don't know, personally, I'm not a massive fan of running Magneto solo tank as well. It can feel pretty difficult, even with the triple strategist composition. And we see nowadays, a lot of teams trying to play these aggressive first point holds here on this map, and it kind of works out if you trade 1-for-1 towards the card right now.
Yeah, in the NBA we call this pep style. They were all about just getting as many fights out of Spider Island A as possible. Some homework needs to be done. Squids need to be dispatched for those Monstro spawn. They get body block, by the way, which can be a little bit awkward for a tank with that wide hitbox. And it feels like it's all about the disengage right now for Envy. They might lose Cal in the midst of all this. Healing's good though.
Staying healthy, building towards those ultimates. Already Paint, you're going to see, going to have that fate of both worlds before anybody else in the lobby is going to have the role. Maybe Kendrick will come up on a whale. We'll see if Envy want to take advantage of the tempo and maybe go for a hard engage with it. They're just going to play it slow. Let Nightmare also build up the most, build up some space. Potential disengage can up through Kendrick, really trying to control his off angles as well.
A good right click here. Could be everything. Sleepy taking down, especially Mace at range, using the Ice Arc to pierce through multiple targets. The Blasting of Deep already used by the opposing Namor, but Kendrick does need a little bit of healing here. It's just going to wait patiently while the remainder of the team is taken care of by the strategist. Nice right click coming through. Blasting of Deep used again. Patience is rewarded here for Kendrick. That off angle is continually getting paid there, and now just everyone can turn into I remix, and a 6v1 is too much for one lad.
That was clean there from Kendrick. Unfortunately, Sleeping getting caught out on the backside of the point. Primarily because, like I said, if you leave that Namor off, you know, don't mark that hero so hard to deal with the incredibly strong flanks from the Namor with that team up alongside the Lunar Snow. Kendrick keeping his team alive in it right now to the free space of the map for 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
His constant damage boost onto the Namor as well are pretty brutal to deal with. You're really trying to build up towards that Galactic Legend quickly off the back of both the inspiration of Mantis and the bubbles for the ease to really give some space and longevity to a Star-Lord in positions where Star-Lords usually don't survive. That's going to be it. Big ult coming through from the Mantis. Good healing power side ability. In comes the Hornet Proteus. Seems like everyone survives it courtesy of a Soul Bond. Even though afflicted by the clawing of the Kraken Impact, Luca takes to the skies and makes sure to eat up any of the turnaround damage coming through. Meteor M dodging Mace. Nice skating there. Just keeping themselves mobile and wiggling away. Kendrick rescued now by the fate of both worlds. Moving forward. Hornet Proteus good to go for Kendrick. The damage boost is just in time, and Paint's found out the hard way that you don't survive a damage boosted Giganto.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough. I mean, it's such a massive radius and well-timed, well-played there by both Mace and Kendrick to time those ultimates up together, considering, you know, how dicey things were in the mid-game. And for Team Envy, they'll come back at least with some ultimates in the next fight, maybe potential advantage with their own Fate of Both Worlds, understanding they have that edge. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. They didn't on first point. We'll see if they do now. But no, Sleepy going down early is terrible. I mean, this happened on first point. It happened again in the Streets phase. And we're almost done here, too. Like, they can give them the surge phase. They just give up all the space right now.
Yeah, Loki consistently being that first pick, a huge priority target because Sleepy just gets so much done onto it. Iremus can try and save this. Clobbering time is available. There's going to be a last second touch, reinforced by Balloon Ultimate. Fate of Both Worlds going to keep everyone healthy.
Still healthy, walking forward a lot of time as well. I don't know if you can catch anybody necessarily. This creates a little bit of space on the backside, but now, I mean, they've overextended. Cal caught out. Millennia just back into the back line. Does get frozen pulled. Maybe can get taken out, but the healing is far too good onto him. Gets the bubble into the Galactic Legend over the top side, and guess who's looking for? It's Sleepy in the back line once again. They keep each other alive. Until now, the follow-up is there from Nightmare as Kendrick and Malaya combine for 2 and move this cart onto the third phase of the map.
To bring back an old classic, beautiful tracking there from the Galactic Legend of Melania. And now, 4 minutes is a considerable time bank for Nightmare. Seems like they've really recaptured the momentum with the additional staying power that the 3 strategists brings to before. Yet again, we're going to be seeing that Horn of Proteus come out from Kendrick. Mace, unlikely to invest for Fate of Both Worlds here to damage booster, though. It's going to come down to just the inspiration from the Mantis.
See if that's enough for Kendrick to find elimination. Here comes an early legendary from Cal with the Hamaku Shirley and some support from Bubbles of Magneto. He's just playing it slow at the moment, just kind of respecting each other's positions. As Cal on the right side, he's gone everybody so low. No, Whale tossed out deep, but he didn't even found out on the back line from Cal on the flank. He's doing a good job on that high ground. Drops back down into full with these dance floors from Mace and Sleepy's copy. Shirley will extend this fight out a bit longer as Nightmare finally back in control. Get clobber time on his part. And in the meantime, Cal gets traded from Kendrick on the high ground, who's on his flank, able to take down that solo. Mace with the heat across the map, takes down Kendrick. What a shot from him to keep Envy in it. But a forward again from Nightmare, going to bring back Kendrick and Mace into the fight, and eventually Millennia as well. So it doesn't seem like those kills, those eliminations really matter at the end of the day. There's a dance floor on the cart as well, on top of Envy, pressing out Nightmare. Huge res, but it didn't really matter as Envy and Paint blows out on Nightmare.
Just absolutely manic fight there, but it seems like Envy, like Cal is just continuously unnoted. Absolute cloak of invisibility buff here for Cal, being able to really harass around the back line. We saw that Kendrick and Pizza Moon continuously under siege from this Star-Lord, even when they went onto these deep angles where it should be very difficult to dislodge them.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job. Envy at the choke point as well. Really not giving any space to Kendrick, who really prioritizes his off angle so hard on this last part of the map. There goes that whale. Immediately met by the pistol from Sleepy, so great timing out of him. Both Legendary caught by Millennia on the high ground as well. Sleepy does get copy from the side to give them some sustain against it, so they have to back up, give up that space. Look where Kendrick is. Oh my god, he went so far into the back line. I mean, if he got an elimination, maybe is that worth it? No, it seems like the answer is not. Kendrick gonna go down very early.
Now, this is an end of the game here for Kendrick. Just while there's some using Sideshow, Braden Circus has filled the mind of the populace. She just uses the Blessing of the Heat to try and get themselves up onto that high ground off angle. But the thing is, if you use your main escape cooldown for mobility, then it's an easy chase down here for Cal, who also has a Galactic Legend ready to go.
Look for them. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go. Ultimate's in the bank. And they want to close out here and now. Kendrick, nice job for him on that right side. Got the damage boost, takes down Cal, who wasn't expecting that. Maybe also Phaser on the top left. We'll see these crystals also. Phaser getting elimination is huge. They have 2-person advantage for this fight as well. Control from MK. They try to continue forward. Clobbering time on the card as well. But for Nightmare, you know, they should have too many people at the moment for Team Envy off of Kendrick's opening pick.
time bank eroded now to the side of Nightmare. They finally found themselves some momentum space executed at the end. Now Kendrick's going to be able to play around this off angle. Being able to set up here without using the Blessing of Deep could be super important. Sleepy's in danger, but the clearing's good. Forces out that regeneration real early. Oh, Cow, big brain engage right here. Just sees an opening and has the healing that's needed to try and take that Star-Lord versus Star-Lord. Though Kendrick noted too, Cow's going to be chased away. But right now you just can't try and take this. You've got two players on this off angle, meaning that the remainder of Nightmare is in deep trouble as the mainstay of Envy is going to push up on them.
Yeah, I mean, keep seeing That was perfectly played by Cal, like you said, just controlling that angle, making sure two of those members were removed, and now Nightmare Light is collapsing, absolutely falling apart at the seams right now. Born again, though, going to bring back Nightmare and Mace, and eventually Luca as well. So a little bit of walk back, but it's into dangerous here from the Kraken infected NK. And yet reset after reset, right? This is the best time for Winter Soldier when the flashiest plays happen. However, eventually he's not going to find another one, so the reset doesn't eventually come through. Giant Whale with Kendrick connects, also stays here. With a follow-up on NK, to remove that Winter Soldier, who has been a threat to the Kraken impact in Millennia. Really trying to make sure that you control this very end. Cal able to trade back Kendrick, and you have Remix in your face. Nice, Mace going to go down. Millennia on the backside is able to trade back one, popping the black leg. He's going to get the bubble as well, so Cal will fall. But is he playing himself at this point? It's going to be so hard for him to live. Yeah, he gets shut down. Luca, though, still controlling his objective here, Leg Day, as the team regroups.
Nasty shot from Space. Regen Domain has already been handed over here from the side of Sleepy, giving over a bunch of fuels, but now Space is falling low. This point seems to be built up. It's a good sight line here from Kendrick. Ready to throw those tridents down the lane and just keep everyone pressured at the hands for Squids as well. But it seems like this core is just too much to bear. Mace is able to come on back with the fate of both worlds. So the question is, when do you pop it? Cal needs to be answered when their own ultimate comes out. The Galactic Legend almost ready to go. It's going to be Envy making a first move. It's a fate of both worlds popped on out. Mace is there to answer. Luca needs to get rid. Obviously, let's know right now that they're dancing around in the regeneration domains. It's the perfect answer from Sleepy. They've got their own fate of both worlds to play with now. If only they're so brave as to use it. The God of Mischief is doing some shenanigans of his own. He's cloaked up and he's ready to bring it home. Envy defend.
3, 2, 1.
The yin and the yang, the ebb and flow. These can be what decide the Vanguard positional games. Early on here, Idris Path is just going to be a pair of shields put in front of Cal. There's going to be an attempt to try and slow down those bionic hooks and really try and take away the reliability of that win condition.
It feels like the insane part of Winter Soldier and why he's such a good hero. Just so much damage that comes through, you know, onto just your front line, and also the hooks, right? And then with the Rocket Raccoon to give that team up. Remix just gets deleted immediately like that, and you were unfortunately a bit too late with those crystals. Nightmare set themselves up for success early.
And this is where Doctor Strange really has value against the Winter Soldier in particular. The immediacy of bringing up that shield to block a bionic hook cannot be understated. Yeah, Magneto's got answers for it in the form of the Bulwark, but just being able to block those as they come in is crazy. And you can see that Remix already moved over onto the thing. No more displacement effects means no more potential hits off the back of that hook. Already the Amplifier coming out here from Pizza Demon, and look at that, a grab, a turn around, Space isolated and torn down by the Raccoon.
Yeah, this is exactly what Nightmare needed, right? To put Kendrick back onto Winter Soldier, maybe on the name war, but still solid. But in this composition, it just seems way more up Nightmare's alley, right? Running that Star-Lord alongside the Winter Soldier seems to be a clean decision so far, but Envy have ults to challenge in this upcoming fight.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up, and very little to answer it. Millennia's actually just going to try and go first here. The Galactic Legend answered in kind by NK, a big disengagement. That's going to be a defensive use of the Meteor Rem, sucking up some of those bullets, going to try and convert it into burst. It seems like the remainder of Envy have actually found themselves in a fairly safe position and able to avoid that incoming damage. Unlimited ammo now, though, and NK's found it out the hard way. Envy are kind of been scuppered here, as Kendrick's still sitting back, waiting with the Kraken impact.
I don't know if Space meant to bubble Remix instead of NK, but that obviously resulted in his demise after Kendrick. With that Z team up, just able to constantly do pressure into NK early on. That's huge, especially moving forward into this upcoming fight. Remix trying to fix some space towards the left side of the statue, then drop the cauldron. Time to crystal fuse, able to take Mace. Meanwhile, the hooks come back through, and NK opens things up, although the BRB will bring back Mace into the fight. The fate of the world as well. Keep sustaining Envy into this fight, and obviously Winter Soldier with these constant resets with the See You Later, they're going to have the damage to finally come back through after the Luna's ultimate runs out, and the damage, the follow-up is there from Nightmare. Great work from them.
The frequency of the Cosmic Yarn Amplifier coming through from Pizza Demon as well. It's just such a great stopgap measure. I know people complain that, oh, it doesn't really have enough healing. No real burst sustain from the Strangest Ultimate of the Rocket Raccoon. But what it does do is it cleanses you so much space, it's so hard to challenge players doing 40% more damage than you.
Only
It's a
60
great point because
seconds.
teams have gotten so good at running, getting those 3-2-1 combinations with the Cosmic Yarn Amplifier. Meanwhile, triple strategist on the offensive side for Envy. We'll see if they can open things up. Galactic, used by Millennia, but he's deleted by NK in the sky. Also countered by Space with the Meteor M to suck up all that damage. Millennia will be brought back, but
oh, that's huge.
Oh my god, what an ultimate from Mace. That could be massive for Nightmare moving forwards off of that insane Eye of Agamotto. Another legendary to the sky met by Lucas. So both of these Magneto players doing a good job puncturing out the Star-Lords in the sky as now a counter aggression comes through with King Clutch on their engage. Remix there to take down Mace and run back through the clover time. Everybody sent back into 2 point. That's so much damage coming through, as well as Cal with some right clicks over the map.
And the second you're caught in that choke, you're exactly where Remix wants you, and Cal as well. The right click, Stellar Barrage is heading on down. The Cosmic Yarn Amplifier, though. This is where we see the damage that can be done off the back of the Rocket Raccoon. Tabalani is damage, and they're not touching the convoy. Oh, an unthinkable fumble here from the side of Nightmare. And now they're just going to try and scamper away, disengage, and they've used their portal cooldown as well, which may be critical later.
It was looking so good for them too there, like, I mean, I don't know how often we see those sort of not touching the payload /second situation, especially these days. I feel like teams have gotten so good at it compared to of the titles. NK, though, getting staggered out by Millennia, too. Nightmare really trying to put on, or at least come back into this after, such an unfortunate situation has happened on the first objective.
And to leap away here, Remix can't stand up to the infinite ammo and increased fire rate of Bucky when stimulated by the Rocket Raccoon. Galactic Legend good to go as well. Could run it into the air here, but for the moment, it seems like we can't pause. Blaze just going to try and make sure there is some early openings. Unreal shutdown from Luca, who wondered what he was going to be able to play, but Magneto seems just fine, bro.
Yeah, Jesus, Luca, that was insane from him. I don't know where the bubbles were from space in this case, but here comes the Night Agamotto. We've seen space get huge work there. He has two on the backside. Meanwhile, Meteor doesn't send him back. Millennia, the Cosmic Yarn should have incredible amounts of damage also with the Kraken impact, but no, we're not able to get the elimination. Too much sustain right now for the side of Team Envy with this triple threat at the top position. Able to just constantly walk forward, although Luca eventually to come back in, gets rid of by Remix. So with so much healing, so much sustain, but nothing came of it for Envy at the moment, as they're just going to have to back up.
Yeah, disengagement around the corner meant that there were no Envy members to embattle leap away to. And the usage of the regeneration domain here on the disengage is going to save Envy a little bit more of their skin, but it also is also going to mean that coming through, it's going to be difficult to answer the Meteor M for a while. Already aggressive plays coming through from the Star-Lord. That is going to reward NK as they get closer to that Galactic Legend.
Playing this low right now, Cosmic Yarn committed from Pizza Demon. What do they want to do with it, right? Just keep pushing forward. Legendary in the sky. Luca against Kendrick. Off of the ultimate, able to take down Remix. And missing the thing in this upcoming fight. Sleepy gonna push forward with the copy to paint. Make sure they can keep it up also to set up space for Cal to get the resurrect, but so many ultimates for Nightmare. If they don't lose anybody here, that could be massive for this upcoming fight. Right, here comes the Kraken Legend. Kendrick has been following up all the time with the Kraken impact. Here that comes. Early to get resets off the Loki clones. It is countered temporarily by Space. And Paint comes back through for Kendrick, who just engaged in the back line, got defeated by his newest strategist right now is Paint just looking towards the sky. Baser trying to hold on with this invisible bounty. Overtime, kicks down. Remix with a huge flowering time is going to stun so many members, but do they have the damage to follow up? Mace will go down to Remix. As on the back, he's going to get resurrected by a BRP, so it's still going to be even in this upcoming fight as Mace coming back with the Agamotto.
Agamotto could be what brings it forth here for the side of Nightmare. A last chance saloon, a last attempt done. Pain gets stunned on up, but the Soul Bond comes through from Chow, and that just means they share out the pain, all moving together in attempt at a resurrection. Remix and Paint drags back onto its mortal coil. Whether they like it or not, Remix is doomed to join them. Pushed off the point. It's a second run back here from Nightmare as they hold on second point.
My God, it is insane back and forth leg day. They get stopped in the streets phase. That's brutal, man. But Remix trying to clutch up at the very end there. It seemed like Nightmare, they just had so many good holds, right? This is such a turnaround leg day compared to map number 1.
I mean, the value coming out of that Battle Recall Beacon, the BRB, is kind of crazy. Like, Mace going down in that situation with any other team comp, it's going to have to be a mad portal back, potentially, if you even get to respawn in time. But having access to the Eye of Agamotto, when Nightmare, they were looking at Mace as being the main win condition of that fight, and he gets picked early. Being able to come back in such short order, kind of crazy. Because not only that, then Paint gets stunned. Admittedly, no final blows off the back of that, but it forces out the Soul Bond as well. And once the Soul Bond is used, that's a landing strip for Millennia to really get value out of the Galactic Legend.
And you bring up some fantastic points like that. I think it was very tough for, Cal to be able to get value out of the Adam Warlock, especially towards the end there for sure. And, it's very telegraphed for sure as well, too, when Cal drops back to go for that full resurrect and to bring people back into the fight. Obviously, it didn't pan out for them in this case. Nightmare moving on to the attack now, right? Not too far for them to go, but we've seen teams first way home before.
Okay. Just a bit of early quirkiness here from Kendrick on the Widow. Of course, we'll swap over and keep some of that ult shot, so you know what, it's freebies.
And maybe going for a potential damage boosted one-shot there. Could have looked for it, could have found it, but Kendrick looking for a hook in the meantime. Has been good so far. Oh, no, hate when that happens. Get the hook, but not the pull. Remix, obviously the thing. Blaze run the backside, doesn't really get pressured. Nice shields as well onto NK. For this defensive pull, but they push forward the team with the Rocket Raccoon. Look how much damage coming through leg day just off of that combination of Rocket Raccoon and Bucky. That's going to be so much pressure, and also the hook eventually comes through. Okay, trying to go away, no bubble for him in this case.
Luca finding more final hits here, and of course that additional ammo means great ult generation here for Kendrick. And there it is, the Cosmic Yarn Amplifier, just putting the boot, and it comes up so quickly. Sleepy might want to answer this, but is the copy, is the Trickster Gold going to be good enough to try and turn this around? It's free resets, it's free real estate, it's space that's gone, and space that's lost across time and space. Kendrick will simply flee away. There's too much healing to try and deal with, and it's a smart play from Kendrick. But Millennia doesn't have the same amount of sense to get out of dodge in time. Nice headshot from Chow, leveraging the accuracy to really get the value out of Adam Warlock. The perfect human has arrived.
Yeah, this might be Cal's best map. Surely leads it to such a high level, especially on the Adam Warlock. Right, we usually see him on Hela in other series, also on Star-Lord, but Adam Warlock really is a standout player. Nice double combination, a little bit of progress like I mentioned earlier. Kendrick's looking for that now to try to come back through.
Oh, 5 stuns.
The clobber in time from Remix. Oh my God, Pizza Demon removed, and without him, and the HP pulls, they're trying to come back through. They pop so many back and forth on each other. Millennia, Luca, and Baser all committing ultimate in space. Plant stomps on the Baser. Cal will also bring back anybody who just fell. So right now, this defensive hold is looking strong.
3 ults there from Nightmare. When they were so close to their spawn, they'd already been 5 stunned. They were so behind in healing. Hard disagree with their choice to take the fight there. However, the pressure has remained. Cosmic Yarn Amplifier deployed now. Oh, nice block coming through from space, completely shut down. Mace never stood a chance. This Vanguard line is simply too strong, and Pies is finding out exactly what Cal can do. Right click into left click. It's a symphony of death and destruction. Brought forth from the Adam Warlock, and he's not slowing down.
Oh my god, what a team series right now, or what a team that Envy is becoming, I suppose, because it's so coordinated. Everybody's popping off Cal, Remix, and Space right now, especially when it matters most. You mentioned how they have a lot of that veterancy, a lot of that experience on the side of Envy, and it really is showing right now versus Nightmare.
Sleepy, the last remaining ultimate for the moment. That tricks the gold, ready to go forth. NK going to try and open this one up. They want Kindred super bad. He was out too far, trying to get value out of the infinite ammo. Baited into less of an ideal angle by the Rocket Raccoon at this point, and it seems like once again it's going to be a big disengage from Nightmare. They're trying their best for the last minute.
Playing it back and forth, Bubbles as well. I mean, Kendrick would have to go absolutely huge with his Kraken impact. Potentially Cammy, the red's going to be up for Cal in this fight. Sleepy sort of getting a copy on the Pete as well. Both teams sort of poking and prodding. Nobody making a move just yet. Constantly have pressure in from the solo with the bubbles and flashes. Good attack game though. Nice work from the invisible. False stun by Remix again on the backside. It's a follow damage there onto Mace. It looks like it is Remix. Able to run back through. Cosmic Guard Amplifier is here on the main, but who's there to use it? It looks like the answer is only 3. Space again with a block on the loop and it shut down the Meteor M in the sky. Envy now surely just comes back through. Has so many things to work with. Angel going to drop down the invisible bounty towards the guard. But Cal over the top, the snipe on the Pizza Demon. No BRB to bring you back, Cal though. He'll get taken out by Kendrick. Resurrect going to bring him back into the fight now. Envy trying to secure around his payload. Pizza Demon will not be here in this fight. Luka, don't get one in NK. Nightmare bringing himself back in. Also put again by Cal in such a weird spot. Oh no, he also doesn't have the passive. Without him in this fight, nobody's going to be brought back on the side of Envy, and in overtime, that's terrifying.
Desperation met by accuracy here as Space is the last to fall. There could be a swap coming over here from my Remix onto an Orchestration Portal on back. I don't know if it's going to be fast enough. Maybe a last second touch here from NK could be all the stall that's needed, but no. This will be decided on second point.
2 minutes and 23 seconds left to go, leg day, just to find out who moves forward with the higher seed moving on to the playoffs. Here's a very early ranked legend from NK. Is it disengaged by Nightmare? Looks like the answer is yes, no ultimates required. That was a bit literally press of the gas pedal there, in this case, leg day.
So this is early space control. It's about buying Cal the angle you currently see him peaking, but it is actually being given up a little bit preemptively here by the side of Envy. Just too much damage coming out of Kendrick. The Kraken, in fact, ready again as for Stellar Ship. The Blast the Barrage, just doing everything and more to get NK already 50% of the way to their next ultimate. The Galactic Legend builds so far, so low. Mace gets it done. Remix caught out of position. Stun Soul separated from rock and body and bone and sinew. They're chewed through in full by Nightmare.
4 ultimates. Luka could end it with an insane Meteor M, but it's going to be tough with all the overhealth that is provided from Paint. Cal also coming up with the Resurrect. I mean, it could happen. Remix has been big with these clobbering times. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. If Nightmare closes out now, that'd be huge.
Vanguard clash. There's a big old donk. As the clobbering time doesn't seem to have gotten anything right here. And now Kendrick is free to try and pick this angle with the infinite ammo. The pressure is immense. Tainted Voltage slowing multiple members. Cal could be the hero. A good right click here takes out Millennia at the perfect time. Cal gets the damage boost and gets the value. Meteor M charged up already. Regeneration domain easily counts out. Thanks for the healing glove, says Loki, as NK chases them away. We're down to 40 seconds.
I can feel the nerves through my monitor right now. Envy back and forth. Both blasters come through. A blinder side Star-Lord, early ultimate committed by Paint, and they just walk towards Nightmare. What does Nightmare want to do? Can they disengage it without losing anybody? It's going to be so hard. Barely staying alive as Kendrick. The healing has been huge. Cosmic Guard Amplifier also has been built up by Pizza. They've also been able to build up Baser's ultimate as well. On to Space, but he's going to go from Meteor M. Where's he going to go with it? Looking for a one-shot. He hits it on the Baser. He had the ultimate. That can keep Nightmare into it. No danger by Kendrick. Kraken impact had done 2. He also, I believe, was by the health pack, so he's trying to come back through off of that healing. But there's far too much damage from Remix, who shuts him down. And Envy are going to potentially hold as Mace just runs back. And no, the ultimates have been saved for another series in the future. Envy, get it done.
1, 2,